In a classic example of disregard to Nigeria's diversity, the National Assembly has thrown out a bill for the rotation of the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is what we're going to talk about right away. Welcome. And if you're new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the House of Representatives has rejected a bill seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution to provide for rotation of the offices of the President and Vice President among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The bill, which was sponsored by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, was titled A Bill for an Act to Alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Cap C-23, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to provide for the principle of rotation of the offices of the President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, namely North Central, Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, South-South, and Southwest, and for related matters. The bill was among the 7 constitutional amendment bills listed for second reading on the House Order paper for Tuesday, May 13, 2025. After House Leader read the titles of the 7 constitutional amendment bills to the House, the Deputy Speaker, who presided over the plenary, opened the floor for lawmakers to make their contributions on the bill. Contributing Aliyu Madaki, NNPP from Kano, opposed the bill, saying that the issue the bill was trying to address had been adequately covered by the Constitution under the federal character principle. Madaki argued that the issue of zoning of presidency should be left to the individual political parties to decide, saying there was no need to enshrine such provision in the Constitution. However, Representative Ali Sapidi Pigombe, disagreed with the position of Madaki. He said enshrining rotational presidency in the Constitution will engender fairness and sense of belonging for all the geopolitical zones. However, Representative Sada Soli, APC Castina, while opposing the bill, said that the proposed legislation is very injurious to the unity of the country. He said enshrining the principle of rotational presidency in the Constitution will lead to the enthronement of mediocrity over competence. According to him, it could play off regional and ethnic interests over competency. It will encourage limited choice of people that can vie for office, and it will encourage regional rivalry, which negates the principle of unity, Soli said. But Benjamin Kalu, while responding to Soli's position, dismissed the idea that it will lead to mediocrity, insisting that every geopolitical zone of the country has competent and capable people that can occupy the offices of the President and the Vice President. He said the essence of the bill was to ensure that every part of the country contribute to governance and development of the country. In his own opposition to the bill, Shino Oyedeji opposed the bill, noting that the essence of democracy is healthy competition. He said including clauses of zoning and regional sentiments negates the democratic principles. Everybody should be given the chance to stand and contest an election in any given opportunity, he said. After heated argument or debate, the bill was put to a voice vote, and the bill was killed. That is your National Assembly, and that is an indication that these people are mounting one Nigeria, but in their heart, they don't believe in one Nigeria. What they believe in is a Nigeria that works only for them, a Nigeria in which they will always using their so-called numbers to suppress other parts of Nigeria from participating at the highest level of the decision making. The kind of one Nigeria they want is the kind of one Nigeria that will not stand. It's only a matter of time. It will implode like Czechoslovakia. What you are seeing is an indication that these people do not desire unity of Nigeria. What they desire is oppression of other people, believing they have the number. And I do not blame them. I blame the founding fathers from southern Nigeria who allow them to get away with all kinds of things, all in the name of they want to be part of one Nigeria. That is what led to this. Let me give you a story. In 1948, India was one country. As they were preparing for independence in 1948, Mohammed Nehru, looking at India, seeing that the population of Hindus are going to overwhelm the whole country as they were heading for independence, Mohammed Nehru put his foot down that he will not be in the same country with other Indians. Mahatma Gandhi, they begged, they pleaded with him. He said, no, we want our own country. We want an Islamic Republic. He said the name of the country they want to create is Islamic Republic of Pakistan. That is how leaders work. That is how leaders think, who are futuristic. That is how leaders who know what they are doing, who are foresighted. He insisted that there will be no independence. In the independence meeting they were holding ahead of 1948, Mohammed Nehru said, we will not share the same country with these people. But what did our leaders do? Our leaders in the South, they kowtowed to everything that the North wanted. When the North said they are not ready for independence in 1957, everything was shifted. And meanwhile, this is the North that his contribution to the independence struggle was nothing to write home about. They are not part of the major struggle for the independence of Nigeria. Go and read the history of the struggle for independence of Nigeria. And I can tell you for free, if the North knew that they are not going to dominate Nigeria, what Mohammed Nehru did in India is what northern Nigeria, especially the Islamic northern Nigeria, they would have done. Because they were the one in control of the North, Samad Bello and Co. If they were in a position where they felt, the reason why Mohammed Nehru insists that he will not be in the same India with Mahatma Gandhi is because he had looked at the number. The number of the Hindus and Sikhs were overwhelming. And he said, no, we can't share the same country with these people. It led to the partitioning of India at the time of independence. That is why the independence of India and Pakistan happened the same day. One country divided the same day. Because they have leaders who have foresight. And I can tell you for free, if it was the North that discovered that they are not going to have the upper hand with independence, they would have done what Mohammed Nehru did in India, and the country will be divided. But the southern leaders were naive. Many of them with PhDs, lawyers. Look at how they were dribbled by people with grade 2 teachers, people with grade 2 teacher certificate, dribbled all of them. And how was that possible? Because the British favored them. The British favored them because the British feel that these people didn't fight against us. Now that these southern leaders say they want us to go, because the economic interests we are enjoying in this country, they want to cut it off. We are going to hand over power to a people that will be amenable to whatever we want. And that was what happened. Even the independence election in Nigeria was rigged in favor of the North. You can go and read the classified document, which I published. It's already in my book, The Making of a Fantastically Corrupt Country. It's available on Amazon. It's part of the things contained in that book. The declassified document proving that the election was rigged in favor of the North. The independent election conducted by the British. And we have continued to carry because it pleases the Northern interest and now the Yoruba interest. So we can't have rotational presidency. Look at the kind of excuse they were giving, childish excuse. They said one of the lawmakers was telling us that rotational presidency is equivalent to the federal characters. Who does that? What kind of reasoning is that? That the federal character is equivalent to the rotational presidency bill. The rotational presidency bill is a bill that was, if we are truly interested in one Nigeria, that would ensure the rotation of the presidential power between all the 6 geopolitical zones. And like the Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps pointed out, there is no part of Nigeria you can't have competent. You don't have competent people that could be president if we were sincere with ourselves. In any case, now that we don't have the rotational presidency, and that one of the lawmakers was saying it will bring mediocrity, and he's from Castina. From Castina, how competent was Buhari, his brother, when he was president of Nigeria? How competent? If Nigeria is a well-run company, can Buhari pass an interview, leadership interview? If you go and recruit international recruiters to recruit the best person to run Nigeria as a company, will Buhari pass the interview? Yet Buhari has been president for 8 years and he's talking about competence. What is so competent about Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What is so? Can Bola Ahmed Tinubu pass an interview for recruitment of somebody to manage Nigeria as a company, given his record? Because right now, if head organizations, international recruiters want to do, all they have to do is go tap your name in Google and everything. You know whether you'll even pass the interview or not. Can Tinubu pass? When they immediately put his name, all they will see is about forfeiture of $460,000, process of narcotic. Who will allow him to run such a company? Where in the world would that happen? And they're talking about competence. How competent is Tinubu now as president of Nigeria, now that we are not doing rotational? How competent? Even those he has recruited around him, how competent are they that they are talking about competency? Because if you rotate, you won't have competent people. Who told them that? In any case, the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, the 6 geopolitical zones, if you divide them individually into 6, they are bigger than many European countries. And you are telling me they can't produce somebody who can be president or vice president? That if you zone it to them at any given time, they will not be able to get the best. Now that Southwest is holding it, is Tinubu the best material from the Southwest? Can Tinubu even pass the competency test in the Southwest if they want a leader to lead them. These are the kind of things that people do. You now know that they don't really care about one Nigeria. All they care about is suppression of other Nigerians so that their own mediocrity will be enthroned using the so-called cooked up numbers. Right from all the census that have been done in this country, they have been cooked to favor some part of the country. And these same people are using those cooked figures to claim that they are majority, so everything is in their favor. You see a state having 44 local government, another state in the south will have only 20 local government of equivalence population or more. This is the kind of Nigeria they think is sustainable. It's not sustainable. They should go and study the word sustainable development. It's also applicable to countries. Sustainable. There are countries that are unsustainable. Nigeria is unsustainable the way it is presently. It's only a matter of time. It will implode like Czechoslovakia. And Czechoslovakia own might even be much more better than how it would do. Already in Nigeria, everybody's talking about insecurity spread because virtually everywhere, a lot of people feel no sense of belonging in Nigeria. So people have to, the things that can bring unity is disregarded, showing that all they play is politics of self-interest and not about the unity of the country. Apparently, that's what it means. Because if you believe in the unity of Nigeria, if you believe in fairness, justice, and equity, you ought to know that the presidency is not supposed to be something you can you can take lightly. It must be written in black and white in the Constitution. It shouldn't leave it to political parties. One of the lawmakers was saying that it should be left for political parties. No, this is far more fundamental. We can as well leave life and death to the hands of political parties to determine who lives and who dies. Because the leadership at the highest level is one of the bone of contentions in Nigeria today. So you can't dismiss it off that it will breed mediocrity, is equivalent to federal character. Who does that? How does that? It has that equivalent to federal character. Now, if you are talking about competency, then we should as well discard federal character. Because of federal character, a child in Anambra State is expected to score 350 before he can get admission to university. While somebody in Sokoto only needed just even 80 marks, he gets into the university. And tomorrow, the person that got 80 marks will be permanent secretary in Abuja and be determining the fate of the whole nation. Why don't we use it all around, since we care about competence? Why is it only in the presidency we are looking for competency, but we are not looking for competence in the academic cycle, where you produce the people that will lead the nation? You don't do it. When they are writing common entrance to federal colleges, your unity schools, you see somebody will score 20 in Sokoto, he will get admission. Somebody will score 300 from Southeast or South, or Southwest, he can't get admission. And you say that you believe in competency because he has come to a situation where they want to redistribute power to ensure that every part of the country touches power. And I'm even saddened that the members of the National Assembly from southern Nigeria, you can see how Honorable Yedeji say a democracy is about competition. No, it's not about competition. Democracy is about fairness, justice, and equity. Where you have that not being implemented, that marks the beginning and the end of democracy. And also, it shows a country that will not last. That is the truth. Because Nigeria is a unique country. Nigeria ought not to be one country. A country of over 250 languages. Ordinarily, there's nothing that ought to have made it a one nation. Look at Europe. You go to Germany, they speak German. You go to France, they speak French. You go to England, they speak English. That is how it is. Czechoslovakia, look at what happened to Czechoslovakia. So many languages. What happened? It collapsed. Look at Russia, USSR. Didn't it collapse? It will collapse. And that will happen to Nigeria if injustice like this continue. It's only a matter of time. People can pay over it. But this is the kind of bill that would have bring unity to Nigeria. But they have killed it off. Now that it has been killed off in the House of Reps, it can't get to the Senate, it can't go anywhere. But Dr. Elese Kweme of blessed memory was the person that brought up the idea of rotational presidency during the Constitutional Conference. And it was with best of intention to show you how efforts have been made by founding fathers from Eastern Nigeria, all in the effort for one Nigeria. And every of those genuine efforts were discussed. Abacha threw away the rotational presidency, but he accepted the 6th geopolitical zone. Now the 6th geopolitical zone is being used everywhere. That is what they have now used to set up development commission. Now all the 6th geopolitical zone has development commission. They use that when it suits them, but to use it for something that will cement national unity, they are telling us stories. How it will lead to mediocrity, how it will lead to ethnicity, as if ethnicity is not being on board. And the religious sentiment is not presently what determines everything. Under this present arrangement we have, where we don't have rotational presidency enshrined in the Constitution. I don't know what to think about this. What is your position about rotational presidency? Do you think that rotational presidency is the solution to national unity? I have seen people argue it doesn't matter, what we need is good leader. No, I've argued severally. Good leaders are everywhere. What good leader? What good leader is? How good is Buhari? How good is Tinubu? What's so special about these people that they are good leaders? What's so special? What is unique about them? Nothing. We have people who can do better than them. All we need, if we are serious, is to go back. It has failed now. Anybody who cares about national unity in the National Assembly should represent that bill again. If not, it's only a matter of time. I'm projecting that it's only a matter of time. Nigeria will go the way of Czechoslovakia. Go and mark it down. I'm talking to you intellectually. That's what I've seen. The future of Nigeria is bleak. The leaders of Nigeria are only talking about unity with their mouth. In their hearts are hardened. They don't believe in unity. What they believe is suppression, selfish regional interest, suppression of others. That's what they need. And under this arrangement, nobody from North Central will ever be president of Nigeria. If you're a Nupe, you can't be president of Nigeria under this present arrangement. Because when the power will come to the North in 2031, nobody will remember a Nupe man. Nobody will remember a Bagi man. Nobody will remember Biron man. I can tell you for free. You may think that this is just an issue because Benjamin Khan is the one that presented it. No way. Nobody from South will be president. That's what it means. Because of the way they are putting it. If you really want one country, you really have to pay the price of ensuring rotational presidency. If not that, the unity of Nigeria is only a matter of time. Nigeria will go the way of Czechoslovakia. There is a limit to what people can take, the injustice in Nigeria. It will get to a point, Nigeria will head the way of Czechoslovakia. May God help Nigeria. I don't know what to think about this, but whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.